Hello and welcome to my channel. Well, this is a cat update. So those of you that, don't like cats and don't like people talking about cats, sorry. But for everybody else, it's the colony is more like the colony 2.0 now, with Buddy gone, with Tiger Tom back. Uh, a lot has changed. Basically, yesterday I went up into the apartment complex, into the office, and I talked to the manager for a while about the cat situation. And you can hear one of them yelling out there. Um, Basically, I'm going to be helping them trap the cats, catch the cats and stuff. And they're going to take them someplace where they're spayed, neutered, a foster home or a shelter or something. I wanted to make sure about that because uh, in the process of trapping, if they're going to be trapping cats, they might catch shadow. Well, guess what? I'm the one that's putting out the traps. So now I know who's caught and who isn't. And if I'm caught with food in my hand, it's because I'm baiting the traps. And I really am. I'll put a picture up there. But I took the same cage that, you know, uh, Buddy was taken in with. And I've got it down by my scooter. And I've got a tarp over it. And I've got the door open. And that's just going to get them used to going into a metal cage to eat their food. And then they've got one of those, like, it's like a Havahart trap, but it's not. Um, its trigger mechanism is further back and it's different, but it's the same thing. That one end is closed instead of both ends being open, and there's a trigger back there for the trap, so that when they walk in, a door closes behind them and they can't get out. Because they're used to coming around by the scooter anyway to be fed. It's a perfect place to bait them, and it's really cold this night. We're gonna have to drip the faucets and everything. It's gonna get below freezing and stay that way for a while. So it wouldn't have been good to have him have that trap out there in the swimming pool, and then I would have to stay up in the middle of the night just in case one got caught. I'd have to be able to shine my light out there and see it and keep it from freezing to death. Take it into the mailroom. Now, the way it is with that tarp over it, it's fairly protected against the weather to begin with. It's underneath the breezeway, so all I really have to do is set the trap, and then when it's got a cat, take it to the mailroom. Now, if it just happens to be Shadow, well, uh, he got away because I do want to catch Shadow I'll see what they do with the first one, because if we catch the female cat, that's perfect. But I don't think so. It's going to take a bit with her. She's going to have to be trapped in that trap, with food and without me being around. It's going to have to be that one. But Stripe Face, I think I can lure him in there. And if they want Tiger Tom, I can get him too, because he just walks right up to me. I could probably get him easily also. There's quite a few of these cats I could get. I just want to make sure they're not taking them to be killed, because then I won't participate in that. But if they're taking them to get them spayed, neutered, or whatever, and their shots and taken care of, then yeah, I'll do that. But I'm not going to participate in a cat extermination program that's under the guise of we're reducing the cat population. Yeah, you are, by killing them. No, I'm not going to do that. So anyway, so I give you that little update. I'm not as stressed now about getting evicted or anything like that, because the apartment complex manager admitted that Buddy got her to feed him once, and she fed him, and she's got an assistant in there. Her name's Myra, and she fed Buddy once, and the next day or later, Myra says, "Look, there's a Siamese cat up there. He's just looking in and he's meowing and everything." And she goes, "Yeah, I've seen him before." She was trying to play it off like she hadn't fed him. So she understands, the desire of people to feed cats, and she also realizes that there's no way that we're going to be able to control the cat population forever. I mean, this is an open area. It's not required by law, but what she's done, you know, what I told her was effective, and she realized that too, was when she put out that notice that if you're caught feeding cats, they're going to hit you with a pet deposit. That's $300. That deterred a lot of people right there. She told me that stopped a lot of people. I said, yeah, that stopped me. After that, when Shadow started following me, I was like, go away. You're going to get me busted. They're going to know I'm feeding you. But now I don't have to hide that fact, you know. And if I got food in my hand, I'm doing a service for the complex and everything. And out of all of this, if I help them out with that, if I am able to adopt a cat, I think they're going to let me slide on the pet deposit, because I've been helping them out so much, you know, with cats. At least that's what I'm going to negotiate with them. Is, look, I'll do this for no fee. My only fee is the cats that I'm allowed to keep. The only two I want are Buddy and Shadow. If I can't have Buddy because he's really popular at the foster home, and they don't want to foster him out, then I'll take Shadow. You know, and that's just the way it's going to work. And I'd also like to say there's been some very generous people that have been helping me out with the Adopt Buddy Fund. And I want you to know that it may not be Buddy, it may go towards Shadow. And but if you wanna help with that, I want to set a limit on it. I don't want to just keep taking money in, you know, for adopting him, and I've already got him adopted. This is just to get him adopted. You know, the pet deposit fee, if I can negotiate that, then I've already got enough money. I don't need any more, you know, people to donate that. But if you want to donate to the Buddy/Shadow Adoption Fund, I have PayPal, I have Cash App, I have all those other things, and I just want to say I'm not going to abuse this. I'm not doing this to just an extra way of generating money. It's for that specific purpose. It's just to get this to either Buddy or Shadow to be in here, and you'll see the results. You know, I mean, one of those two will be a regular feature of the channel. I won't necessarily do all cat videos. I know every time I put up a cat video, I get thumbs downs on it, you know. Not all the time, but most of the time. And if it's people that think I'm not doing it right, what else would you have me do? I'm working with the complex to spay and neuter the stray cats. I'm not contributing to the problem. I'm helping reduce it. I love cats. I'm not going to change that. And if you want a thumbs down, go ahead. It doesn't bother me. It's just that I see it. You know, like normally, if everybody agrees, it's 100%. I liked it much better when you had the thumbs up and thumbs down and they had the numbers there. So you could kind of get an idea of the ratio. Now, it's just a percentage, you know. If everybody liked it, it's 100% thumbs up. If somebody didn't, it's in the 90s. And, well, one of them recently was an 80-something. So, you know, more than 2 people didn't like it. And it could have just been that I'm not doing knife content. You know, I'm doing this and this and this and this, and they're looking for knife content. And so they give it a thumbs down. You know, that's okay. But it's just that I noticed that it's usually only on cat videos that this happens. Only on when I'm talking about cats or have a cat in there does that usually happen. All the other regular content doesn't do that. And again, it doesn't bother me. It's just something that I'm trying to figure out is, do they not like cats? Do they not like the way I'm behaving with cats and everything? Not that I care. Not that I'm going to change my attitudes or anything. Not that I'm going to stop doing cats or something. It's just a curious thing with me on there. It's a curiosity thing. But it's not so curious that I'm going to stop. I only want 100%. Everybody likes my videos. No. I don't have any problems with thumbs down. It's just that when I see that it's with cats, it just got me, you know, well, you know, there are people that just don't like cats, and they just don't like cat videos, and they came to a knife channel to see knife content, you know. I understand that. You just don't understand me. I do more than knives. Sorry. I talk about more things than knives because I have a life. It may not be much. If I don't have a knife, then I probably don't have a life because I always have a knife on me. So, anyways, yeah, there's my little rant and ramble update on stuff. Buddy's in a better place. That was my main goal for capturing Buddy. I really wanted to adopt him. I was hoping that they would capture him, take him to a shelter, and then when the shelter got ready to adopt him out, they would call me first, and I'd rush down there and pay whatever the adoption fees were, whatever they wanted, to get him. Instead, they took him to a foster home. Now, a foster home, I believe, is a temporary house a cat until they can find a home. So they got to get him fixed. That's probably what they're doing right now, and I'll even pay for that, or to get Buddy back if they just need a place to house him, and get him fixed. But they like him. He's a very good cat, and you may not want to adopt him now. So we'll see with that. We'll see with Shadow and everything, but it's all coming to a head. And the guy that's complaining about all this stuff, he's on a 6-month lease. I found this out from the apartment complex, not the manager, but from the maintenance guy. And he said he's supposed to be out of here in March or April at the latest, per his regular lease. So he's probably not going to violate his lease and want out early. He wants out early, but he's not going to be able to come up with that money. So I might have to put up with him for another month or so, but it's not going to bother me now, because I'm not worried about if he takes a picture and sends it to the front office, because they know what I'm doing. They know I'm working with them. So there you go. And that has taken a lot of stress off me. The generosity of people that donated money that's going to allow me to adopt Buddy, that took a huge weight off my mind, because, well, that's just massive. And that really changes my life a lot. And then not sneaking out and having to worry about being caught feeding the cats, that's another big stress thing off my life. And this guy that's leaving, another big stress thing is gone. So all the stuff that hit me at once, and like I said, it's like a test to see if you're going to crack or what your character is. I don't know, but it seems like every once in a while things come up. That's what happens. You're thrown into a situation you hadn't prepared for, you're not ready for, and it's just a test of who you are as to how you handle that, as you crack or fold, and I guess I passed this one. But man, it was stressful. And I'm glad that most of it is over. It's still a big change, For years, there's always been cats waiting for me when I wake up. I mean, and they want me to feed them, So having that, opening the door and not seeing a cat, and not having a cat to feed, it's just like an emptiness, That's why I know I need a pet. I know I need a cat in here, because when Shadow came up, I didn't have the food right down there, and he was busy jumping up at me, rubbing, rolling around. I said, "Yeah, I'll get you some food. Don't worry." But now the complex, they even gave me a couple of cans of wet cat food for the thing to lure it. I really was out of wet cat food because I hadn't been replenishing it. I was figuring I was just going to go with dry food for the occasional cat that came by, since the population is being reduced. But there you go. I'm sorry, it's a long-winded cat update, but the Colony 2.0 is changing, and some characters will always be in here. I'm trying to keep it to where they're not cat fights in the middle of the night, and there are no female cats around here, because that causes a lot of ruckus. But anyways, there you go. That's the update. Thank you for watching, and thank you for all your help. Really, I appreciate it greatly.